Call Kanwaljit Bakshi.
Mr. Speaker, I stand to support the Child and Family Protection Bill. Since this government, under the leadership of John Key, was established, this national-led government has passed many laws to make our society safer. The purpose of this bill is to focus on providing greater protection for child victim and family violence in the home, ensuring that the courts can act to protect children and families from all kinds of violence and abuse. Address the risk of children being wrongfully removed from New Zealand. This government is committed to looking after the welfare of children. The amendments proposed by this bill will improve the safety of children in New Zealand. As most of us are probably aware, police are called about 80,000 times for the domestic violence incidents in a year. With over 200 women and children killed from domestic violence over the last 12 years is a clear indication that New Zealand is facing an epidemic of domestic violence. During the past year, I have visited many organizations, including Counseling Service Center in Manukau City, Manukau Indian Association, Swami Narayan Temple, the Punjabi Cultural Association, and discussed this issue with them. There has been increase in cases of domestic violence in ethnic community in past years. This bill is aimed to reduce domestic violence in our society. The Child and Family Protection Bill is the continuation of this government on ongoing commitment to dealing effectively with the family violence. This government has not stopped working on addressing the issues of domestic violence. Within a year of coming to power, national-led government passed Domestic Violence Enhanced Safety Amendment Act 2009, which gives the police the power to issue on-the-spot protection order and to take action when they have good ground to believe that these orders are not being complied with. The other important bill, the Sentencing Amendment Act 2008, which sent clear message that offences against children are not acceptable. This bill has got three main proposed changes. First, extend protection under the Domestic Violence Act 1995, which improves the family court process by clarifying that a protection order will continue to apply for a child under the age of 17 of the deceased applicant. This will provide clarity that when a protected person dies, their children will remain protected. The changes proposed and added power will ensure that the courts can act to protect children and families from all forms of violence and abuses. Currently, only a judge can direct attendance at the program. This process can become problematic if the respondent has not been served with the copy of protection order containing the direction prior to the date of specified for his or her first attendance at the program. The bill therefore enables the registrar to amend the direction to require the attendance at the time later on. The second proposed change in relation is to the psychological abuse under the Care of Children's Act 2004, which amend the Care of Children's Act 2004 with the aim to increase the protection of children suffering from psychological violence by allowing the court to review the parents' contact agreement within a week of temporary protection order being made, thus avoiding any opportunity for gap between a temporary and final protection order that could result in protected person having no protection. The third proposed change relates to the adoption under the Adoption Act 1955. This change will strengthen the protection of children at the risk of unlawful removal from New Zealand. In order to ensure that New Zealand legislation fully complies with the optional protocol of United Nations Convention on Right of Child on Sale of Children, Child Prostitution and Child Pornography, so that it may be ratified. The bill includes a new offence under adoption of 1955 Adoption Act 1955 of improperly inducing consent of the child of a child to be punishable by term of imprisonment up to 7 years. The previous government failed to process domestic violence legislation despite in September 2000 signing the optional protocol on the rights of child on the sale of children, child prostitution and child pornography as part of United Nations Convention on Right of the Child. The previous Labour government failed to implement legislation necessary to ratify. Now, 10 years later, national government is meeting these international obligations. In conclusion, the ultimate aim of this legislation, along with the Domestic Violence Enhancing Safety Bill 2008, it ensures victims are placed at the heart of the justice system. The government is working hard to reduce violence in our communities. With the bill ensuring a focus on the best interest of children, we are a step closer.